Welcome to Headline Hub Updates. Subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. Dawn breaks over the West Philippine Sea, painting the sky with hues of orange and pink. The calm before the storm. As the sun rises, it casts a golden glow over the vast expanse of water, a serene facade hiding the brewing tensions beneath. The BRP Gabriela Silang, a lone Philippine Coast Guard vessel, cuts through the waves with determination. Its mission is to resupply the Marines stationed on the BRP Sierra Madre at Ayungin Shoal, a rusting symbol of the Philippines' claim in these contested waters. The mission is routine, yet in these waters, nothing is ever truly routine. Every trip is fraught with uncertainty, as the crew prepares for the unexpected, their eyes scanning the horizon for any sign of trouble. On the horizon, a familiar sight emerges: Chinese Coast Guard and militia ships, their presence a constant reminder of the territorial dispute. They surround the Philippine vessel, a silent yet powerful assertion of their claim. A radio warning blares through the tense atmosphere: "Turn back, you are in Chinese territory." The message is clear, yet the Filipino crew remains undeterred, their resolve unshaken. The Filipino captain stands firm, his voice steady as he insists they are within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone. With charts and navigation screens as his allies, he holds his ground, a testament to his unwavering commitment to his nation. The Chinese ships close in, their water cannons armed and ready, a show of force that underscores the gravity of the situation. The tension is palpable, a powder keg waiting for a spark. The world watches with bated breath, satellite feeds and viral videos capturing every moment of this high-stakes standoff. On smartphones and news screens, the images spread, a global audience captivated by the unfolding drama. This is more than a standoff over a rusting ship. It's a battle for the vast oil and gas reserves beneath the seabed. These resources hold the promise of energy independence and economic prosperity, a prize both nations are unwilling to relinquish. For the Philippines, it's about sovereignty and survival. The flag waves proudly, a symbol of their determination to protect their territory and secure a future for their people. For China, it's about power and control. The Chinese flag flutters in the wind, a reminder of their ambition to dominate the region and assert their influence on the global stage. International calls for calm echo across diplomatic channels, but on the water, the tension is real and immediate. Diplomats negotiate behind closed doors, yet the sailors face the reality of the situation, their fate hanging in the balance. One wrong move could spark a conflict with global consequences. The sailors, aware of the stakes, watch the opposing ships with a mix of apprehension and resolve, knowing that their actions could alter the course of history. The sailors on both sides know the stakes: national pride, history, and the promise of economic transformation. Their faces reflect the weight of their responsibilities as they stand on the precipice of a potential conflict. The seabed below is a treasure chest, energy that could lift millions of Filipinos from poverty. The potential for economic transformation is immense, a beacon of hope for a nation striving for a better future. That's why day after day, Philippine ships return, risking everything for a future that's just out of reach. Each mission is a testament to their courage and determination, as they navigate the treacherous waters in pursuit of their dreams. The world's eyes are on these waters where the next move could change everything. World leaders watch intently, aware that the outcome of this standoff could reshape the geopolitical landscape. The spark has been lit, a catalyst for change in a region fraught with tension. As the waves crash under a stormy sky, the world waits to see what will unfold, knowing that the future hangs in the balance. Why risk so much for what lies beneath the waves? The answer is simple yet powerful: independence. For the Philippines, the quest for energy is not just about fuel or electricity, it's about securing a future where the nation stands on its own, free from the uncertainties of relying on others. Energy powers every aspect of Filipino life, lighting up homes, fueling learning in schools, keeping hospitals running, and driving the machines that build our economy. It's the invisible force that keeps the country moving forward, day and night. Without reliable energy, progress stalls. Dreams are put on hold, children study by candlelight, businesses close their doors, and families wait in the dark, hoping for the lights to return. For decades, the Philippines has struggled with energy insecurity. Blackouts, high prices, and fuel shortages have touched every citizen, from the bustling cities to the most remote villages. But beneath the West Philippine Sea lies a promise: the oil and gas reserves of the Reed Bank. Tapping into these resources could break the cycle of dependence, freeing the country from the grip of volatile global markets and unpredictable foreign suppliers. Imagine a future where power is stable and affordable. No more sudden price hikes caused by distant wars or decisions made in foreign capitals. Instead, Filipino families could enjoy peace of mind, knowing their energy comes from their own land and seas. The Reed Bank holds enough hydrocarbons to reshape the nation's destiny. It's a resource that could fuel industries, create jobs, and spark innovation across the archipelago. But this is about more than just electricity or fuel. It's about sovereignty, about protecting what is ours, and ensuring the nation's security for generations to come. Achieving energy independence means the Philippines can negotiate from a position of strength, less vulnerable to outside pressure or sudden disruptions. Cheaper, locally sourced energy could lower bills for every household, reduce costs for businesses, and free up funds for vital services like education, healthcare, and infrastructure. The true prize is not just oil and gas, it's a more prosperous, self-reliant Philippines, where every citizen can share in the nation's growth and success. That's why the fight for these resources matters to every Filipino. It's about building a brighter, more secure future for all. The Philippines imports nearly all its crude oil, a costly dependence. Every global crisis hits Filipino wallets, from gas pumps to electricity bills. Billions flow out of the country each year, money that could build schools or hospitals. Imported energy makes everything more expensive, from food to manufacturing, hurting jobs and growth. Power outages are common, especially in remote areas, discouraging investment and disrupting daily life. This dependence limits the country's foreign policy and strategic options. The Philippines is forced to compromise just to keep the lights on. Breaking free from imported fuel isn't just economic sense, it's a step toward true sovereignty. The nation's future depends on ending this costly cycle. The Philippines sits atop staggering, untapped reserves, hidden beneath its beautiful archipelago and vast surrounding waters. For decades, these resources have remained largely out of reach, waiting for the right moment to be harnessed for the nation's benefit. The South China Sea, a region of immense strategic and economic importance, may hold an estimated 11 billion barrels of oil and a staggering 190 trillion cubic feet of natural gas. These numbers are not just statistics, they represent a potential energy revolution for the Philippines and the entire region. The Reed Bank alone is believed to contain over 5 billion barrels of oil and 55 trillion cubic feet of gas, resources that dwarf the already significant Malampaya field. Unlocking Reed Bank's potential could be a game-changer, providing energy security for generations. Developing these vast resources could power the nation for decades, fueling industries, homes, and transportation. The resulting revenue, potentially reaching hundreds of billions of dollars, could transform the Philippine economy and elevate its global standing. This newfound wealth could be channeled into building world-class infrastructure, modernizing schools, and improving healthcare systems. It could fund new highways, bridges, and public transport, making life better for millions of Filipinos. A thriving domestic oil and gas industry would create thousands of high-paying jobs, offering opportunities for skilled workers and professionals. This could help reverse the brain drain, encouraging talented Filipinos to stay and contribute to their homeland. Lower energy costs would directly benefit families and businesses, making electricity and fuel more affordable. This would ease the cost of living and help small businesses grow, strengthening local communities. With these resources, the Philippines could rise as a regional powerhouse, no longer just a resource exporter, but a nation with the means to shape its own destiny and influence the region's future. This is the concrete promise that lies beneath the contested waves, a future of prosperity, security, and national pride, waiting to be realized. So why is this wealth still out of reach? The answer: politics, law, and geopolitics. China's sweeping claims and aggressive tactics have made exploration risky and dangerous. Domestic politics have been inconsistent, with shifting strategies and unclear policies. The legal framework is tangled, deterring investors who need stability and security. The Philippines lacks the technology and capital for deep-water drilling, needing international partners who are wary of conflict. Every year of inaction means lost opportunity and continued dependence on imports. Unlocking this treasure requires unity, courage, and a clear national strategy. In 2013, the Philippines challenged China at The Hague, seeking clarity on maritime rights. The 2016 ruling was a landmark victory. China's 9-line was declared baseless, and the Philippines' rights were affirmed. China rejected the verdict, intensifying its activities in the region. The legal win didn't stop harassment at sea, but it gave the Philippines a powerful diplomatic tool. The ruling transformed the dispute into a test of international law and order. It provides the Philippines with legal and moral high ground. The world now sees the struggle as a fight for rules, not just territory. The challenge turning legal victory into real-world gains. The Hague ruling remains a beacon for the Philippines' cause. The Philippines can learn from its neighbors. Malaysia and Indonesia have developed their offshore resources despite Chinese claims. Malaysia's Petronas became a global energy player by asserting rights and managing tensions quietly. Indonesia defends its waters around the Natuna Islands, investing in development and sending a clear message of resolve. Both nations show that consistent policy and national will can overcome external pressure. While the Philippines hesitated, its neighbors prospered. The lesson: assert your rights, develop your resources, and don't wait for perfect conditions. The Malampaya gas field, the backbone of Philippine energy, is running dry. For 2 decades, it powered a fifth of the nation's electricity. Now, its reserves are nearly gone. Without a replacement, the country faces higher prices, more imports, and possible blackouts. The Reed Bank was meant to be the next chapter, but delays have left the nation vulnerable. The looming energy gap is no longer theoretical, it's an urgent crisis. The failure to act is a strategic blunder with real consequences for millions. The clock is ticking, the time for indecision is over. The nation's energy future hangs in the balance. The Philippines stands at a crossroads. One path: continue relying on imports, accept higher costs, and remain vulnerable. The other: assert sovereign rights, develop domestic resources, and build alliances for a secure future. This is about more than oil and gas. It's about national identity and destiny. The revenues could fund a leap to renewable energy, making the Philippines a clean energy leader. The choice is clear: risk action for prosperity, or accept decline. The world is watching, and the next move will echo for generations. The sailors in the West Philippine Sea are buying time for leaders to decide. The prize: prosperity, security, and independence. The moment of truth is now.